Hello gorgeous souls, welcome back to my channel. We have another pick a card reading here today, and one of the 6 card pick a cards, which I am loving doing. And this one is all about who can I trust, why can I trust, and how can I trust. Because this came about with a conversation with a friend who said, I wish I could trust that the universe has my back, but I just need to trust. And she's like, but what in and how and why and blah, blah, blah. So again, it's going to be the rapid fire kind of bestie style that I've been doing for the last 2 videos. However, this is timeless. So whenever you're finding this is the perfect time for you. I think with the 6 cards, it's really reassuring a lot of you that that is the message for you, because you have more options to choose from rather than my standard 3 card piles. I can't do the 3 card lengths that I do for the 6 cards because A, I'd be here all day, and C, it's did I say A? I'd be here all day, and then B, it's really quite draining when I do like 40 minutes per pile. You can imagine. That's why I don't do the zodiac readings, the 12 of them in one sitting. Anyway, distracted kind of intro, but I hope this is going to give you some clarity about a particular topic, because you might be thinking of multiple topics as well, and you're like, okay, so who can I trust in that situation, and why can I trust that person, and then how can I trust? So, but it could also be, how can I trust my own intuition? Okay, so it could be multiple things for whatever situation you're actually thinking about. I think that's where you get like more of the choose your own adventure kind of thing out of readings like this. I know some of you watch all of them, so you do you, boo. But of course, please only take what resonates. Do not let anything take from you, okay? I'm not here to say you must get back with your ex. I'm just a conduit for spirit to speak through, and it's going to resonate in various ways because it's still a collective reading with you. So use your discernment about what each little thing that is said. Okay, that's for me, that's not for me. That actually, she's talking about, you know, the lady down the street, but actually it's flipped, or it's actually the man down the street. Do you know what I mean? It's like the little things you've just got to take in the way that it best makes sense and fits for your life, okay? So without any further ado, take a deep breath, tune into your energy. When you have chosen your pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5, pile 6, the timestamps are below, and I will see you in your reading. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. This is all about trust. Who can I trust? Why can I trust them? And how can I trust them? So if you missed my intro, this might be for different aspects of your life, so you may want to choose multiple piles. But let's get into it. Who can pile 1 trust? They're going to be short and sharp, just like the rest of the bestie kind of readings. Okay, you can trust someone that has a wounded child kind of situation going on here. Awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. Opens the learning path of forgiveness. So that is going to resonate differently for each of you. This, I'm feeling like this is not the orphan child card, but this is someone who feels very lonely in their childhood. Someone who had a lonely childhood. Therefore, they might be showing up in their adult life as someone who is highly independent. That's just something that I'm getting. With the orange energy on this card, and the way this person kind of has this quilt and these little heads like tucked in under their, you know, bosom, let's say that, bosom, it's just giving me like a very, someone who communicates, it feels like media, social media, it feels sunny, it feels, yeah, it's giving me like teacher vibes in a way, so please only take that how it fits for you. But someone who does the work, okay, whatever that means. Someone who does the work. Okay, who is this person that pile number 1 can trust? Who is this person that pile number 1 can trust? Death energy. Someone who creates new beginnings for people. 7 of Cups gives them options. Okay, I was feeling this, but I was a bit trepidatious to say it. This is giving me like orphan energy. It's giving me what's the word, like foster home. It's given me like the energy of someone who provides choices to people who have had who have suffered loss. Okay, so this could be, yeah, like orphan children. Could even be someone that deals with like widows or yeah. Three of Pentacles. This could be someone that you actually work with. You might not even know this about this person, but for some reason you're being called to trust this person because they are awakening compassion and the desire to serve others, I think, in you. And they actually may be opening your eyes to the potential where you could collaborate with them, or you could collaborate doing something similar that gives change and new opportunities, new beginnings, transformation in other people's lives. I'm really drawn to the mushrooms in the bottom of the Three of Pentacles card. So there's something like fairy-like about this person, possibly the way they dress. Okay, why can... They have wisdom. That's the first thing I just heard. They're full of wisdom. They've seen battles. They've flown the nest, I just heard as well. This could be for like disadvantaged children from like broken homes. It gives me that kind of energy. People that work with that. They've had a lot of success and victory in rehoming. Okay, this is super specific. Or redirecting people. It could even be like helping people to get work, because this Three of Pentacles can talk about enterprise, can talk about working situations, can talk about helping people start their own businesses and realizing that there are options out there for them. Okay. Rainbow children. Okay. Where they think it's the end of the road, this person creates a new beginning. Six of Wands. Why can you trust them? Their wisdom. Why can you trust them? Because they have proven success. Okay. Why? Why can pile number one trust this person? The Empress. Wow. This person has like the grace of the Queen of all Queens. They have the grace of like a mother figure who I just heard doesn't need to be. Interesting. This is also someone who comes across as like such a beautiful soul, and very, look, it could be like a daycare mom or someone in your community who is very like welcoming of other people or very supportive of other people. This person, although they have success, they're coming across as someone who has success, and you might outwardly not know it, okay? Because it's like this person is quietly beautiful is the kind of feeling that I'm getting with this owl and the Empress. It's like quietly beautiful or quiet luxury. I don't know if that's like a thing, but it's like, just like, it's not in your face. It's not super obvious. They're not boastful. Again, they're graceful, loving nature. I'm hearing like a woven history with this person as well. Interesting. She casts a wide net. I'm just literally like waxing lyrical, anything that the Spirit's telling me now. Okay. Why? One more card for why. Can pile number one trust this person, please? One more card, please, Spirit. One more card. Why? Why? Thank you. Justice. But it's in reverse. Does it want to be? It's a blockage. Yeah, I felt the way it was sitting. Okay. I think that this person has also suffered, even though they've had some success, they've also suffered their losses, okay? They've taken the L's and they've learnt from them. They also know when things are out of balance, and they also know that sometimes it's important to be out of balance in order to like see a result, in order to see something through. I feel like this person will work steadfastly towards getting justice for you or for this situation, whatever it pertains to that you were asking about. This person has an intelligent mind and knows how to gracefully use their words to influence people, to negotiate is kind of the feeling that I'm getting. They're a good negotiator. They're not afraid to disrupt the higher ups if they need to. Okay, so they're really like a fighter for justice. They're a fighter for justice, even if justice is misrepresented, is mislabeled, is misunderstood in a particular situation. You've got strength at the bottom of the deck. I feel like they see you as someone quite strong, and what you don't realize is the way that you are asking, even, can I trust this person? It's because you're wondering if you can trust yourself. Okay, it's like, if I was in that situation, could I trust myself? Okay, so there's something that, like, you're kind of intrigued by this person, or you were drawn to this person to get the advice or the new beginning or the options or the collaboration or the wisdom or the creation, okay, and the justice with someone here, because you are actually stepping into your strength and you're stepping into what is best for you. Now, how can you trust? How can you trust? Because that's a whole other story, isn't it? How can you trust in this situation? Pile number 1, how can they trust? I think it's that strength energy of, like, just know that there's limitless options. It's almost like a feeling, because the strength energy comes with the, like, infinity symbol at the top of that person in the card's head. So, and my nose is super itchy. So your spirit guides are saying you don't even need an answer to this question, because you just feel it, you just know it, and we're trying to tell you, like, you can trust this person. But there is an energy of, like, this person won't take no for an answer unless it's, like, the best kind of, they're not going to take, like, red tape as an answer. The infinity symbol feels like this is an everlasting kind of commitment that this person has. So how can you trust? You've got the Knight of Wands, your intuition. Yeah, didn't I just say that? And the King of Wands, motivation, honor, standards. Okay, you can trust because this person meets your standards, and you can trust because there's something that you see in your, this person inspires you to be your best self. This person inspires you to go with the flow a little bit more. They have a very calming presence, and so you need to be aware of how you feel in the presence of certain people. And that's because if you're deciding between options, then this person you could be seeing multiple people, but to make the right decision, I feel like you have to feel it in your body. You have to feel, do I feel inspired by this person, and is my intuition really, like, sparking up? And I feel like you're going to feel it in your body. I also feel like there's something that this person, some kind of victory that they've had, or glory that they've had, or some kind of praise or publicity that they've had in some way, shape or form, speaks to something that you would do or you have done. There's a similarity in terms of passions, in terms of purpose. And I feel that you've got 2 wand cards here. So there's definitely something like inspired. You're inspired by this person. And that's how you can trust, is your honor. Who speaks to your core values? Who speaks to your ethics? Who honors your opinion? My throat is getting super choked up. Excuse me. Who will speak when you can't, right? That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. There's a confidence that comes with the King of Wands, and it's from, the King of Wands gets it from going to battle. The King of Wands gets it from going to battle as a knight, right? And so it's like, this person is the elevated version of who you would be if you were in that position. Does that make sense? You really see yourself in this person, and this person sees themselves in you. They might even say that to you. But how you can trust is you will trust your own body, you will trust your intuition, and you will see that this person ticks all the boxes when it comes to integrity, when it comes to standards. They meet the standards, and the computer just went ding. So I feel like that's very much, and this person is going to, like, keep things confidential. This person is going to make sure that you're not wasting your money, okay? I feel like that it's going to be good value for money as well if this is a service. And you can trust that. You can trust that they will follow through, right? They're going to follow through from beginning to end. The Knight to the King. They're going to see this through. They have the motivation. They have the aspiration to see this through. They're equally as passionate about this as you are of them. And I feel like this is something you are going to feel. It's feel, and you're going to feel it as a warmth, a warm, friendly feeling about this person. All right, let's get some advice out here for you then. I think I want to use this deck. Advice for this situation for pile number 1. This is really interesting. But again, it feels super specific. I'm going to take that one. Assess the situation, first quarter moon in Virgo. Yeah, there's the kind of checklist that I was talking about just briefly. It was like you had like a checklist that you were working off, and I think this person really like fits all the boxes. And it's like a patchwork quilt. It all comes together, right? It all comes together because they match this piece and they match that piece, and it just feels right in the body, and it keeps you warm, right? A quilt, it keeps you warm. Wow, I love this for you. Yeah, assess the situation. You are. I feel like you are anyway. You're on the right path. You're on the right path. This is something that's really going to ground whatever purpose, whatever outcome you're looking for. It's really going to set it in motion, but it starts from a solid foundation. Okay? I love this for you. Please let me know how it resonates, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. Take really good care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. This is all about who you can trust, why you can trust them, and how you can trust them. We're doing rapid fire. Who can pile number 2 trust? Pile number 1 was super specific, so please only take what resonates, and you may have multiple questions, and you can choose from multiple piles about that particular question. Pile number 2, who can they trust? The situation on their mind, who can they trust? Whoa, okay. I wasn't intending for 3 cards to come out, but this is Hero, Heroine, Child Divine in the reverse, and Healer. I want to know what this says. An inability to defend oneself against negative forces, passion for a journey of personal empowerment, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. Okay, so I feel like this is someone who... is having trouble. They seem to heal and help and come to the rescue of everyone else, but they do seem to struggle at the moment with saving themselves or defending themselves. It's like they have a lot of bravado, and I mean that in a nice way. They have a lot of passion to give the right advice, to help people up the mountain and over it, and to... There's a teacher kind of element coming through there, but they also are someone who they may work as a healer, a Reiki therapist, a counselor. They may just be someone that everyone in your friend group kind of goes to with like venting with advice, with their sob stories. And this person, I feel like they're very empathic, and they may be struggling to understand a particular situation in their life where, look, they're a divine person. With the healer and the child divine coming up at all, they're a divine person. And I just feel like this person maybe doesn't have a lot of people around them who are lifting them up. You know, it's like the strong person. Ask the strong person how they're going. And I think this person may be struggling a little bit to see how amazing they are, to see how useful they are, to see how powerful they are. They just naturally do this. They naturally heal other people. They naturally come to the rescue of others. It's all within their stride. I don't think it, like, although they probably take a lot of it on, they may get very like teary, or they may, you know, be verbally not abusive to other people in any way. I don't feel that at all, but they might be the verbally passionate, outspoken, I guess, against people who are trying their best to heal. They see the best in people, but they are struggling to see the best in themselves. So yeah, very specific again, like pile number 1, but that's good because, you know, that's what we've got 6 piles for. All right. Take it how it resonates. Of course, if you missed my intro, it's really important to go, oh, she said that, but it could actually be flipped, or it could be this, but it's actually like a guy, not a girl, you know, that kind of thing. It has to fit your story. And if it doesn't, then it's not for you, okay? Pile number 2, who is this person? I'm kind of like wanting to know how you know this person. They feel a little bit younger than you, or they just have a youthful spirit. strength. You could be dealing with a Leo. It could be a family member, or it could be someone you want to have a happy relationship with, who's taking their time to come forward towards you, or has just been on a very slow journey when it comes to financial achievement. This person has a lot of inner strength. They have a desire to be happy and joyful. Like I said, they could be a fire sign that you want to have a happy, joyful life with. You could be married to this person for sure, but there's just something slow and steady with this person. I feel like they maybe haven't been rewarded for the work that they do yet. Okay. Hopefully that helps a little bit. I feel like this person has limitless potential, but they just don't see it in themselves, or they have moments where they flash between seeing it, and then because it's taking so long, they wonder if this will ever happen. They wonder if they will ever be loved. And I think they're associating, and this is possibly why it comes up as a younger person that's child divine. I think they're associating receiving love as they have to earn it. Okay, so very much like a wounded child, but like a divine child who is so sensitive and so compassionate that every time they hear mum and dad fight, or every time there's an argument in the household or in the school, they're absorbing things. They don't want people to be upset, and that's where they've developed this mindset of, well, if I can save the day for people. There is an element of people pleasing to this person, but I think it's coming from a real high level place. This person is aware that they do that, but their heart hurts. Their heart hurts for sure. All right. It could be one of your kids. If this is you with children, this could definitely be one of your children. They could be physically fit, okay? And that could really speak to the hero-heroine kind of energy, where they come in and do the heavy lifting, That could be physically, metaphorically. But there's something about slow progress for them. Slow progress for them. They've had to be really strong when it comes to life. Again, it gives me a sense of independence. Okay, so this is who... How can you trust this person? How can you trust this person? I mean, why? I was going to say why, but we're going to go with how. Okay. Why can you trust this person? Justice. Why can you trust this person? Why can you trust this person? Three of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. All right, we'll go up here first. This is why you can trust this person. This person believes in justice. They believe in equality, okay? They stand up for the underdog is the feeling that I'm getting. They're very persistent. They're like a little bulldog when it comes to the underdog. Do you know what I mean by that? It's like they're just really persistent. They will get what they need to get, but it's not to a point where they hurt people. It's like a bulldog with wings, like an angel bulldog is the energy that I'm getting. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, this feels like someone who is steadfast, is someone who they like to complete one thing at a time. They like to work with one. They like to see something completely through. I think they're a loner. I think this person does things on their own, doesn't work well in groups, but if they're challenged to, they might be quite antisocial. I think they have high boundaries up. These two really say high boundaries. It really says someone who is confident in their independence and in their own abilities, okay? Independence is coming up so much. I feel like there's a reason why they don't want to work with others. They could be an artist. They could be someone creative in your life. You possibly could have worked with them in the past, also with that in reverse. But there's a sense that like now they go things alone because it was almost too overwhelming in a workplace to be such a highly sensitive person and to take in so much. But I also think they realized that they had to start doing justice to themselves and had to start bringing their own life into balance. Because I think there was a very high wall up around being told what to do. Okay, there's an authoritative, like, not a disdain for authority. I think it's just a mistrust. This person doesn't really trust authority, and instead they trust the divine. They really do. They trust themselves and they trust the divine, and they trust in karma. Is really what I'm feeling. They trust in karma, in like, if I put the good out there, it will come back tenfold eventually. And that's their strength. That's where they're like, just keep on swimming. Just keep on chugging. Like, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. Eventually, something really good is going to work out for you. What's at the bottom of the deck? The King of Cups. A very emotionally mature, emotionally available person. They definitely are giving artist vibes for sure. This is also someone who... They could be a father figure. Or they've wanted to be a father figure but haven't been able to. And take that how it resonates. It could be mother figure. I'm just going off the king energy here. I think this person would like a counterpart. I don't even know where that's coming from, but it's like, I feel like this person sits alone, but they're looking for a counterpart. There's just so much depth to this person. All right, so how can you trust this person? You can trust this person because I feel like when there's a decision to be made, this person will avoid all the petty arguments and go to battle for you in a way that is like, I will block that person. I will intercept to make sure that you get to make the decision you need to make without all the background noise. This person kind of guides you or guides the people around them to make decisions that are best for them and not what are the opinions of everyone else. So even if they're giving advice, I really feel like it's them listening to what people say to you, could be the case, and then they say, well, I hear you saying this and this and this. They're just mirroring your sentiments back to you in a way where it empowers you to make the decision that they can see sounds like the best decision for you. But this does feel like this person would call out sneaky behavior, okay? Would call out sneaky behavior. They would call out, I feel like they would call you out if you were lying to yourself, okay? So how to trust this person is to stop lying to yourself and realize the healing power within you. This is the person that inspires people to see their own like North Star, their calling, but also their own healing is innately within them. Okay, this is the star is like she's pouring, from one jug down here and it runs into an overflowing river over here. There's plenty to go around. This person teaches you to go with the flow and to not be afraid to stand out. Very much a sense of like, stop BSing yourself. This is like a bestie, okay? It's giving bestie vibes, and it's interesting because I've been doing these readings like a bestie style. But this person gives that kind of energy where they're like the angel on your shoulder going, no, you don't get to do that. It's like tough love, okay? So you can trust this person because they've been through it. You know this person because of what they've been through. And how you trust them is just to absorb the information. Absorb the information. Let it all come in and then let it flow, okay? It's almost like you need a day or two for it to sink in and to start like resonating. And remember their words. Like this is not someone who gives compliments just to blow smoke. You know what I mean? This is someone who they sincerely compliment people. Their compliments are quite detailed, quite specific. Okay, and I feel like this person is just going to cut through the small talk. They don't enjoy small talk. They want to get to the root of something. What are you really passionate about? What are you drawn to? What do you want to be seen for? What do you want to be remembered for? And they have a desire for everyone to experience some level of success, okay? This could be a coach, a business partner perhaps, a friend that has, been through it. And they'll come to battle for you, but they'll also say, like, you need to, if you've got a decision to make, then you need to block out all this noise of everyone else's petty arguments, because I see the 5 swords that this person is sneaking away with, and it feels like this person, right? It feels like this person going, no, let's take all of this out of the equation. You've got your 2 swords. There's your decision. Now let's talk about it. Would A look any good? Would B look any good? From what you're telling me, you're afraid of this, this, and this on this side, and you're afraid of this, this, and this on that side. So, like, they're compassionate in their delivery, but they're a keen listener. And they pick up on things that other people do not pick up on, not just intellectually, but also like empathically, spiritually, energy. They read energy. Interesting reading. I said these were going to be quick, but this is just so intriguing. I'm taking a while. All right, let's get some advice for you, pile number 2. Believe what this person says. Allow their hope to infiltrate your life, okay? Allow them to be the deliverer of good news in your life. And start living up to the standards that other people see you as, especially this person. Because the way they see you is different to other people, because they're not coming from a place of pettiness. They're coming from a place of, we don't believe in what everyone else says. We believe in what's true and right for us, okay? The star energy there. What is the best advice here for pile number 2? What is the best advice for pile number 2? When it comes to trust and trusting this person. Very specific. I'm going to take that. Embrace the flow of life, okay? The flow. Go with the flow. Let it flow through you. Start to believe it. Let it permeate your soul, okay? Go with the flow of life. Look, it feels like in communion with someone, okay? So it feels like the only time that this person really works with other people is when they're doing like spiritual based things with someone, when they're deep in conversation with someone. This is the kind of person that you could sit in silence with and have the best conversation ever, okay? There's a lavender haze here, so it feels extremely healing. It feels like this person really understands you with the Gemini energy. It's like they mirror your behavior. And again, I see it as them holding up a mirror to what you're saying. They really see it, they really feel it, and then they reflect it back to you, okay? So go with the flow of this. It feels powerful. With that full moon, it feels powerful. So good luck with this. Please let me know how it resonates in the comments below. Take really good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. This is all about trust. We're talking about who can you trust, how can you trust them, and why can you trust them. You may have multiple questions and therefore may pick multiple piles with this one, but please only take what resonates, and remember it can be flipped and it can also be you. Okay, the person that comes up. Okay, we have prostitute. Accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. This is someone who is like a boss figure in a way of like a badass kind of boss. You know what I mean? Someone who will do what it takes to see something through. Okay. I also feel like this is someone very driven to get the money, get the bag. And who will use what the Hierophant. Yeah, this is a highly spiritual person. Please don't see this card as like its literal meaning, by the way. I mean, it might be for you, but it's never really that. This is someone who, I keep getting this. A lot of teacher vibes, coach vibes, someone who teaches you something. This could be a boss, literally, because the Hierophant is like high level commitment. And then you have the Emperor, which is like usually a boss figure, like an entrepreneurial type person. So that's strongly giving me like badass boss vibes. Okay. It could be like, it could be a father figure with the Emperor there, divine masculine showing up. Could be like a spiritual leader. Or they run a course that you're doing and it has something to do with money, okay? It has something to do with finances. I think the overall message for you has something to do with finances. It could be like a speaker on a stage. Okay, who is this person for pile number 3 that they can trust? Who is this person? Someone with authority, someone who comes across as stable. I feel that they have a presence, like they have quite a broad presence. Their energy vibrates, radiates out of them. Like people stop and look when they walk into a room. The room goes quiet, that kind of energy. We've got the Knight of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's someone who delivers information to you, who possibly gives you a breakthrough about something. This is person is, no wonder they command attention, is they're coming across as someone like really courageous, like who rushes in. They might speak really quickly. I'm feeling like speaks with their hands, you know, like I do when I'm on these videos, because you can just see my hands. I am going to change that one day. I promise, when I move. Yeah, this person has like lived an adventurous kind of life here is what I'm feeling. I think a lot of people do kind of put them on a pedestal, and so you may be suspicious of that. I know I am, a lot of the times. But this person is so charming and so passionate, and that's possibly why you're asking, like, can I trust this person? It could be you, definitely could be you, but I'm feeling like there's something like rebellious about this person that really gets you going. It's like, oh, I just want to be like them. Okay, I want to have that sense of get up and go. I want to be that brave, you know. I feel like this person is the kind of person that would say to you, but you can do hard things, full stop. There's no more explaining. There's no more, like, they'll just say one-liners that absolutely like mic drop moments, you know what I mean? Interesting. Okay, so why can you trust this person? They've left a lot of chaos behind. Yeah, they have lived an adventurous life. They've got a story. There's some kind of like, in a sense, they're quite free-spirited because of the lessons that they've had to learn, because of the conformity that they've escaped from, potentially. Or even though this is like, this could be a husband figure as well, because the Hierophant is like commitment, high-level commitment, like I said. Traditions. It could even be like a father figure, like a grandpa. And they've lived, I'm just seeing like this kind of wizard kind of vibe from this person. But they have a lot of stories. I mean, they could be a younger person but have longer hair. There's just something like free-spirited about this person. And it's like they're very good looking. They're very like charismatic, very charming. And I think this person realized what it would take, like almost like, it's almost like a refuge kind of situation. They realized what it would take to get from where they were to where they want to go. This even could be someone who is like a reformed addict, okay? Someone who was hungry for the money and then realized there's a better way to do it, because they accepted the challenge of surviving. They could have been like someone who was like a I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube, like a runner, a DRUG runner, that kind of thing. Yeah, I think they've really like they've left that behind though. It feels very reformed. They accepted their hard lessons. Yeah, okay. Yeah, look, I think this person has left behind an addiction or an obsession. It could be that they've left behind a really toxic relationship, but I feel like it's them. Like the things that they have overcome within their own spirit, the things they have overcome in their own shadow self, the shadow self worth and work that it took. I was going to say work, but it's worth that it took for them to come from rock bottom, like hell, the depths of hell. You know, it's like the underworld with this devil energy. They might have had a lot of like, a low vibration, and it's interesting how dramatically transformed. I was talking about how big their aura is, how big their energy is, and yet here they once were a prisoner to themselves. Okay, is what I just heard. A prisoner to themselves, which it's like chained to things that I feel the past that I don't want to say inspired, but really like created, became obsessive within them. Just unhealed wounds that became festering. Yeah, okay. So, who? Why? You can trust them because of where they've been. And now where they show up as. You can trust their story. You can trust their journey. Justice in reverse. That actually came out for pile number 2. Was it 2 or 1? I don't know. One of them. But it's... This person lied to themselves. So now they understand the power of truth. And we saw the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck before. They understand truth. They understand the value of accountability. And I think they had to learn it the hard way with the Devil and the Justice in reverse, because the Justice in reverse is really talking about someone who is dishonest, who is insincere, who rebels against authority, who's possibly been incarcerated, okay? They've had troubles with the law. You know, they really had a warped sense of what was right and what was wrong. Warped sense of what was right and what was wrong, okay? It's like, I'll do whatever I need to do to survive. Even if it... you know, even if it, like, there's a sense of, like, I'm going to empower myself, even though I don't think this person is ashamed of their past. Let's just say that. They're not ashamed of their past. They've used it as an empowering step forward. Yeah. Okay, so how you can trust this person. 10 of Swords, 5 of Cups. How you can trust this person. 2 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is Queen of Swords. Whew. This person, now that they have moved away from this toxic energy and from their own self-sabotage, I feel, this person is extremely bluntly honest, okay? This person has other sides to themselves that they perhaps only show a few people. Okay, they have this persona, they have this past, but they're also a very humble, normal human is the kind of feeling that I get. It's like, even if you take this card literally, these people go home, you know, after work and they're a normal person. They go about and live a normal life. There's a sense of like, this person can be really objective because... that it's almost like they see things from a higher level. They've seen things from all walks of life is kind of the feeling that I'm getting. So I think that they give constructive criticism. They teach you to be objective in a situation. They really, I feel like they say to you, like, take the emotion out of it, right? And that's really backed up. I'm getting all that from the Queen of Swords, which is Libra energy. But I'm also getting it here from the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. They really say to you, look, you've got to, like, look at things from... You've got to take the emotion out of it. You've got to look at things from a power play. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. I mean it in, like, they want you to reclaim your personal power. So this is how you can trust this person. Is at first they're not going to, like, just tell you what you want to hear. Really, that's what I think. It's like this person may challenge you very much so. They're not here to like blow smoke. They're not here to sugarcoat. They're really here to say, look, you have decisions to make. If you want to bring your life into balance, and again, it feels like financial, then you need to weigh up your options, okay? You need to look past and forget about, to a degree, forget about your disappointments. This is tough love. You know, this person delivers tough love. To forget about your sorrow, forget about your disappointments. And instead, if you're going to let those, you know, if you're going to let those bastards win is the kind of feeling that I'm getting. If you're going to let those swords stay in your back, dude, you can get up. You can get up and you can go and create something where you're you're the statue. You're the main theme. You're the Harlequin, right? And again, it's that energy of someone rebellious. Okay, if you've suffered from this and this and this, well, how are you alchemizing it? How are you turning it into something awesome? It's like the devil may care kind of attitude. Like, well, it is what it is. So what are we going to do with it? How do we make it better from here? A Joker kind of vibes and I don't mean Joker in terms of like they're going to rob and steal from you. No way. I feel like it's an energy of it doesn't matter what other people think of you. And that's very much the Ten of Swords, right? All these other people's opinions are stuck in your back and holding you down and weighing you down. And you're really letting that like betrayal possibly from the past with the Five of Cups be your energy, be your truth, be your present, be your future. And they're saying it was an ending. That's a 10. It's an ending. Okay? You can keep rocking back and forth between the 5 of disappointment, loss, and feeling it and crying and sad. But I really feel like this person is saying it ended for a reason. This crisis happened for a reason. But now let's multitask. Now let's make good use of that. I just heard debauchery, okay? So it's like, let's make good use of that rebellious nature within you. I think you see part of yourself, and again, it could be you. And really, this is like your higher self then, if that's the case. This is like, you can be all of these things. It's really multi-potentialite kind of energy. Okay, you can be a badass. You can have a literally bad, neg kind of vibe past, but it doesn't make you who you are right now. And you can turn it around and you can be a writer and you can be a journalist and you can be a lawyer and you can be, like, lover or hater, Kim K. She has a past that got her into the limelight, but she played off of it, okay? And now she's like, okay, I'm going to be philanthropic. Now I'm going to be do the law exam. Like now I'm going to pass the bar. Like I'm going to do I'm going to design things. Who said she could do all that? Who said? If she had given up and let everyone just go, it's the same with Pamela Anderson, okay? It's that kind of vibe of like someone who potentially got caught in a like unfavorable situation, but is going to make the best of it and is going to like milk it, okay? Get the bag, right? How do I turn this into something that is an empire? How do I multitask this situation? How do I set things right and make the best of a bad situation? Literally. Okay. It feels like someone coaching you or inspiring you, or just, it could be like a tidbit that you get from this person. It could be a TED talk. If you're in a situation like this and you resonate with something like this and you're like, okay, I don't know who this person is, I do feel like there is a sense of seeking it out, because this is saying like, the Queen of Wands here is really saying like, be logical about this. All right. If you now know this as like personal development, what are you going to do about it? Okay. How are you going to make yourself feel better? You've got the Ace of Cups underneath and the King of Swords underneath, right? I feel like you're going to meet like-minded souls, people. So seek it out. If there is, okay, so who's been in this situation similar that I can like go and look at their story and see what they did. It's that kind of energy. Empower yourself. I really feel like this could be someone who's watching. It's not like an outside person in their life. It's actually them. I'm going to take those as advice for you, pile number 3. We have full moon in Libra, balance, and keep your heart open. First quarter moon in Libra. So much balance here, okay? 2 of Pentacles, bringing things into balance. Justice in the reverse, but it's in your reading. So when it's upright, because we're talking about Y over here, this is really like, okay, how do I find a new path? How do I be this and that? Okay? How do I have this and that? How do I exist in dualistic terms? How do I... There's loving energy. Like Libra is a very loving sign, but there's also a sense of like intellect. Very smart energy, very balanced energy, loves harmony, wants to bring your life into harmony. It feels like a new road, okay? It's not yet paved, okay? You might be thinking, maybe there isn't anyone that's been in this situation. There's going to be someone similar, okay? And you'll be able to be the one that will pave this path, okay? Why am I saying okay so much? That happens sometimes in some readings. Interesting. Keep your heart open. Don't close yourself off that I'm a bad person. That's not what I'm saying at all. With all these kind of power plays here, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just meaning that you potentially had a run-in with the law, or this person had a run-in with the law, or there was like, you really lived through your shadow self for a while, in a place of oppression, in a place of low vibrational energy. And now that you've felt that, well, now you know what it feels like. You can actually go to the extremes of the other. I feel you might be dealing with, or you might have like an extreme personality where you can, okay, if I've done that, I can also do this. This and that can be true. Okay, that is what I have for you. I'm not going to say okay one more time. Please let me know in the comments below how it resonated. Thank you so much for being here. Take really good care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Pile number 4, welcome to your reading. This is all about trust. We're looking at who is it that you're wondering, can I trust this person? We're going to define who they are. We're going to see why you can trust them, and then how you can trust them. You may be asking multiple questions, and therefore you may have multiple piles picked, but let's get into it. Please only take what resonates. Make the puzzle fit the way it needs to fit for you. And if it doesn't, it's not your pile. Who can pile number 4 trust? The Exorcist. I'm going to turn all these around because I believe I have my deck upside down. The Exorcist, the Liberator, and the Advocate. Wow. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. And so weird that I was literally sitting here shuffling your card thinking about an Indian chief. An Indian chief, and I didn't know what that meant. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns. Freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Wow. And then Advocate inspires you to put compassion into action. I feel like this could be yourself, but please, yeah, let's get some more information on this. It could be you, that you're like, can I trust what I'm about to do here? Can I trust that I can exercise myself from this situation and from going back to this situation is the feeling that I'm getting with that. And then can I speak life over myself as an independent person? There's just something very love related about this, or relationship related about this, where it's like, okay, I'm taking myself out of that danger zone, and then I'm putting myself into like a pep talk state where I'm perpetually pepping myself up, and there's like peppery, right? I need to pep myself up. I need to juice myself back up again, but it's self. So you could be liberating yourself, right? Because they're very similar, the Exorcist and the Liberator. You could be liberating yourself from a situational person that was highly toxic. And therefore you need to speak, it just feels like speak life over yourself. You need to keep telling yourself that you've done this for the right reason. You need to keep telling yourself, like you're like kind of like faking it till you make it in the direction of positive thinking, so that it becomes a habit, okay? And that's a good thing. Advocate inspires you to put compassion into action. But there's also an element of forgiveness coming through here. There's an element of advocating then to other people about how they can do the same. How they can leave behind an old life, create a new life within, feel really good about it, and then help other people do the same thing. So if this is not you particularly that you're doing this, then this is someone who has done that in some way, shape or form. It doesn't have to be in a relationship. It could be someone like political, for example. I just heard political prisoner. Okay, so that's very intense. Please only take that how it resonates. But someone who potentially like had to escape a certain situation. There's an escapist kind of nature with this Exorcist energy. And I feel like it's like fueled from within. This person almost did it without any help of, without any help. And now I think they do that for other people. Now I think they're, you know, helping other people to rescue themselves or to be free from a particular kind of situation. And then they're saying, look, we need to pay more attention to this. This needs to be something that is spoken about more. This needs to be something that's brought to the forefront of society so we can understand it better. And so we can just not talk about it. We can actually do something about it. Okay. Who is this person that pile 3 can trust in this reading, please, Spirit? Who is this person that pile number 3 can trust? 10 of Wands in reverse. 9 of Pentacles. I do feel like this is someone that takes the responsibility off your shoulders. Again, it could be yourself deciding to drop all, like, I heard proclaimed responsibility. Like, it feels like it was never your burden to carry in the first place with the 10 of Wands in reverse. And now that you are independent, yeah, it does feel like love. I strongly feel for a lot of you, this is going to be a situation where this is you. You're wondering if I can trust myself, you know. Can I trust myself in love? Can I trust that the universe is going to deliver love to me, a mutual give and take, an equal love to me at some point in time? And this is the whole reason I started this topic today, is because I was actually talking to a friend of mine who said, can I trust myself? Can I trust that the universe has got my back? If I go first, are they going to catch me? Is the universe going to catch me and deliver a love that's worth me giving everything to? Because I can't not give everything, you know, and I definitely relate to that. And I think a lot of us would relate to that. If this is not you, then this is someone who helps you to realize that these burdens are not actually yours and why are you doing all this work. And there's actually so much treasure within you. And if you go it alone, I just heard, my God woman, won't you know? Won't you know? It definitely feels like a pep talk. Someone kind of saying, like, standing you there, and they're holding your shoulders from behind and they're pointing into the horizon, right? Just like this. They're pointing into the horizon and they're like, see that out there? See that setting sun? It's going to be a new day. And every day you can count that the sun is going to rise again. And that's a new opportunity. You know, it's that kind of feeling. Like, it's a new opportunity for someone new to come into your world, okay? For you to have self-love that is positively, like, geared. This is mutual beneficiary. This is soulmate energy. This is... Am I ever going to meet the person who gives as much as I give? Then this could be a friend. It could be someone that's saying this to you. It could also be a therapist with the exorcist there who wants to bring out the core reason of why you're in pain, and then they want to reframe things for you with the liberator. It feels very like about language, okay? It could be neuro-linguistic programming, right? Someone who perhaps like does a bit of hypnosis on you to bring out the truth. And then they're like, okay, let's rewire this, let's rewire that. Dr. Joe Dispenza, that kind of energy, kind of energy. And then someone who advocates for you to show yourself radical self-compassion, okay? Because if this isn't a person, if this isn't you going, am I ever going to find love? It's like, am I ever going to love myself enough to make the decisions to stay away from this person, okay? Because I strongly feel that it's like you have to be exercised out of this person, or this person, like cord cutting, like you have to tear yourself from this person because you know it's no good for you anymore. Okay, and it's like this strong pull to want to be back in that person's arms, but it's just, this is not a healthy situation. This is not something that is, it's destructive, you know, it's not something that is constructive. And I think this person who is helping you, or it's you, is really saying like, in order for you to stay away, then you need to have a liberated sense of self, okay? A liberated sense of self. And you need to give yourself incredible self-love. Devotional self-love is what I just heard, okay? They may give you tools and rituals in order to be able to do that. Okay, that's cool. Love that. Okay, so why can you trust this person? Why can you trust this person? Pile number 4. Why can they trust this person, please, Spirit? Why? 10 of Pentacles. Because they know long term it's the best thing for you. Okay, long term commitment. Because this person has been where you've been. And now they're in a much stabler position. Right? They've come from feeling overburdened, feeling like it was all their fault, feeling like the responsibility was entirely their own. They also threw all the wands to the ground and were like, bugger this, not doing that anymore. They lit a giant fire within and they created stability, independence, wealth. Okay, they created a rich life from something that was dead and buried. Okay, the Fool, because they took the risk. They took the risk in the right direction. If this is financial, this person, you can trust them. Why? Because they've made leaps like this before. They've made the decision to drop one thing entirely, completely, and invest in themselves. Okay, invest in themselves, because even though that's soulmate energy, it can also be mutual give and take. Okay, if I'm investing in myself, then maybe I'm starting up a new business of my own. Maybe I'm taking a job that really respects me. Maybe I'm like adding another stream of income, because it could be two sources, right? To my funnel, and then I've created something. And then like, in order to have the in like long-term longevity, the long-term wealth, the inheritance, the impact that I can leave, I've had to take risks because I knew all along what the vision was. Okay. This person also knows what it's like to start something from nothing and to have nothing. To have little in their way, to just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just jump, you know. I feel like this person has also been on a journey, because the Fool is the start of the tarot. It's the Fool's journey that we go on through tarot. So I feel like this person has lived, you know, they've lived a life. 5 of Cups, and they've also had disappointments. They can really resonate with you on your disappointments. But they turned their back on them, right? They turned their back on their disappointments. They liberated themselves, but they liberated their mindset. Instead of wallowing, okay? It's really important that you understand that. It's really important that you understand, in order not to wallow, in order not to go back, that means we need to not wallow in this situation. I'm back, pile number 4. I don't take anything as a coincidence that happens in readings, and my battery just got really low really quick. So I don't know what kind of forces you've got around you, but there is something that's like trying to steal your energy, okay? I'm like not even shitting you. That's so weird. Anyway, there is this sense of, well, what if I don't have enough charge? Okay, as I was changing the battery, I was also thinking, what if I don't have enough charge to do what you did? Okay, so there's this sense that you also could put this person on a pedestal. You're like, okay, I can relate to the fact that they've been through it and they took a leap of faith, but like, I can't do that. And you've put them on a pedestal because of what they look like or what they own or how they've done it. And you're like, that just seems so far out of reach. And I was talking about the 5 of Cups and how it's so important that we don't wallow in that disappointment. And you're kind of asking, well, how do I trust this person to understand the part where I go, but what if I don't have enough charge to see this through and I'm just walking through the dark? You know, I end up walking through the dark because I took this leap of faith towards something and I'm all alone. But there is this sense that you will charge up because it's going to be within your mind, okay? Look at the blue color of this Liberator. It's very intellect. It's very mindset. It's very mind over matter. And it feels like something that takes practice. There's a royalty to it as well. And what I mean by that is it's like refined. It starts becoming refined. So very much, if you have never looked up Dr. Joe Dispenza, go and look him up, because really, like how he talks about rewiring the mind, it's definitely what I'm feeling. And NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, Page of Pentacles and 2 of Wands. I feel like this person, you can trust them because they're willing to invest in this process with you. They're willing to see this through. Like I said, they're willing to help you see this through to the end. They're willing to see you through the challenges of, well, where to next, and then where to next, and where to, and how to, and like they're putting in a small piece to help you see the bigger picture. And stop running rings around yourself, okay? That's what they really want you to break free from. Okay, so this is why you can trust them. This is how you can trust them. How can you trust this person? Again, it may be you, but I'm just going to keep saying they. How can you trust them? Four of Pentacles. I think there's a close observation required here. The Magician. By believing what they say is true about yourself and testing it out. You start testing out what they're trying to tell you. And we have the Hermit in the reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. This is someone who's committed, like I said before, with that Page of Pentacles, was it? Yeah. Someone who's like, look, I'm going to give you something small that you can work with, and then it's up to you to water it. But I'm investing enough so that you can see it through to the end. With this Four of Wands, it feels like it's a safe haven, okay? This is an interesting depiction of the Four of Wands as well, because there's a figure that is pregnant here and there's a home at the back. And the home is shrouded by sunlight, right? And sunset. And I did talk about like that person standing there and showing you the sunset and being like, it's a brand new day. Every single day, this person might check in with you. Then this might be like via an app or something. This could even be that you are getting sober, okay, with that exorcist, like liberating yourself from that like pull to self-sabotage in that way. But there's like an institution involved here. So whether this is like marriage, commitment, engagement, moving in, moving house, feeling a sanctuary, a safety. It's also 1111, the Four of Wands. So it's like synchronicities, in sync, intuition. It's perfect timing, okay? And I think with the Magician energy, right, we have the Fool, which is the Fool's journey. And then we have the Magician who goes, okay, well, I took that leap. Now I know I can do that. I can do anything, okay? Because the Magician has everything they need to manifest. Manifest. Okay, mind over matter. What I think about, I bring about. The law of attraction. What my energy speaks is what is magnetized towards me. And that's why I think you're holding all of this close. You're paying close attention. There's a sense of like valuing your skill set here. So the how you can trust this person, here they are. Here's why. The how. Because they pay close attention to what is the key skills, strengths within you. They really tell you about your full potential, and they encourage you to not go this alone. Okay, this person is saying, all right, you're here in this group, or you're here in this chat, you're here in this app, you're here in this conference, you're here in this room, whatever it is, they're saying, look, go out and live life. We're not going to wallow about this. What we actually want to do is put it into action, compassion into action. We're not staying home and like this is a very move with your manifestations type of energy. Okay, this is not someone that's just constantly going within and constantly trying to figure things out by themselves. This is like go out, you learn a piece, go out and test it. You learn another piece, go out and test it. That kind of energy. It's really like I'm advocating for your inspired action on what it is that you say you're going to do. And I feel like with the Four of Pentacles, it's like if I can hold this, I feel like they hold you in high regard. Can I just say that for starters? They hold you in high regard. I think this if this is you, this is really your inner knowing, your higher self, your future self saying to you, yeah, you know this is destructive. You know you can take a leap of faith in the right direction. You've liberated yourself from things before, and you can be an advocate for your values, morals, your requirements. Okay, love just isn't a feeling. It's like, what do I need? What's the equal give and take? What do I bring to the table? And then what am I expecting in return? And there's this sense of like, you could very much be closing off your heart. You could be holding all of this close to your chest. And there is a sense of like, boom, I want to show people. I want to like just be this magician. But I want to show myself is really what it is. It's like, yeah, I'm going to keep it close to my chest. But I know, because that's quite hermiting energy. when you look at it. And then the Hermit's in reverse. Okay, so I think it's like, I know that I have everything within me. So instead of like commiserating on that energy, let's go out and test it. Let's go out and test it. Let's move. Let's move. Let's try it out. And it's with practice that makes perfect here. Move with your manifestations. And I think you really are attracting exactly what you want with that kind of 1111 energy. It's like, oh, the synchronicities, the signs and symbols that are showing me it's safe to open up. I also feel like there's a threshold energy to that. And there's the curve is like the arch is like represented in the home. It's bringing yourself home. It's helping you to feel safe again by honing your skills. Let's get a advice card out here for you, pile number 4. Advice for pile number 4 in this situation, please, Spirit. Dashala. Full moon in Taurus, detoxify. Okay, this could very well be about exercising from a particular habit, although it could be a person. And with full moon in Taurus, it's like time to focus on self, okay? And also, sometimes when we wallow and we keep going back to a place or a person that is not right for us, our stress responses are elevated. And so this is really saying ground yourself, eat the greens, drink the greens, and detoxify. I also feel like a digital detox in case you're like stalking someone, you're obsessively checking on someone. Full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension, 100%. I think that speaks for itself. And that's the liberator. Like it's okay, control my mind. It's mind over matter. It's meditation. Okay, breathe. I think with each breath, it kind of empowers the movement. You know, it's like on the inhale, you're going to like draw the power in. On the exhale, take off. Okay, full moon in Gemini, embrace the flow of life. Yeah, I'm getting like there's twin flame, there's twin energy, there's soulmate energy out there for you. There's someone who will be your perfect match, but you need to start going with the flow and liberate yourself first. It's self-love first. I know that is like so cliched, but it's 100% true. Self-love first. So detoxify, breathe through the tension, and embrace the flow of life. Good luck, pile 4. That's what I have for you. Please let me know how it resonates in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here. Take really good care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Hello, pile number 5. This is your reading all about trust. We are looking at who is it that you can trust, why can you trust them, and how can you trust them. And do remember, this can be about you, and you may have different questions or different scenarios that you're asking about, and therefore take your pick. Go back to the beginning. All right, so who is it? Wow, that's a lot. Okay, we have Midas, Miser. We have Child Wounded in the upright. And we have Healer. Okay, these two came out, I believe, for pile number 1. And I have shuffled and done my magic on that deck after every single pile. I'm feeling someone, I want to say fresh. Is this like a greengrocer or something? Coriander is coming to mind. Mint is coming to mind. Citrus is coming to mind. And look at the colors of the cards. Honestly, is someone trying to heal from a cold, a flu, and you're taking all the things, all the lozenges, all the herbal supplements, drinking all the green drinks. Okay, so we have Midas, Miser, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. So that's very much like you've got the Midas touch. That's very much like the alchemist, right? Turning something into nothing, but also in terms of making profit. With the Child Wounded, awakens compassion or desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. Interesting. and healer, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. Is this someone that I feel like they're a natural therapist. That's probably why I was picking up greengrocer. Look, I feel like they have like a little dark store. For some of you, this could be really accurate, like a little dark store that feels like you're entering into like the back of a forest, and at the front they have all the like farm produce, and it has like a certain smell of all the tinctures, and they're kind of alchemizing in the back room, or they'll be like, oh yes, I'll make that for you now, and there's jars of things, you know. It's that kind of energy, really old school but beautiful, fresh, grassroots kind of energy here. And I think you're like, well, this person is expensive, right? Because there's this mention of delight in sharing life's riches. I feel like that extends past the profit though, but let me just touch on this one thing first. It's like, I think this person charges deservedly for their services, and you know, it costs money to be healthy is the kind of tagline that people say, you know, oh, it's expensive to be organic, but like, this is helping you to realize, this person is helping you to realize that it's better to maintain or to it's better to heal rather than to later on in life need extra support. Like, it's like health care before you need health repair, you know what I mean? There's a nicer way to say that, I just can't think of it right now. And I'm really in this like vibe of this Midas person, okay? Midas, it's like they want you to feel so good. They're saying to you, you have no idea how good you can feel. And so you might be looking at this person and they're giving you all this advice and scripts for like tinctures and stuff. And I feel like they're even diving into where your wounds exist from childhood. They're like, oh, and so where do you think that comes from? And you've never had a therapist, or you're just like, this is quite outside your comfort zone. You've never had someone say to you that it's related to that's something that's ailing you within your body. Like I said, a cold or a flu or something like that. I'm feeling head hotness as well, so it could be a head cold. That you've never really had anyone ask you, well, how does that resonate with your childhood and your past, and what are you healing from back then? You're like, dude, I just have a cold. But really, they're educating you, they're empowering you, I feel, to recognize the contradictions, but also the connections between mind, body, and soul, and how the contradictions part comes into it because of the health care that we know that is medicine, okay, or the medical field. And I think this person is really trying to disrupt your view of that in a good way, because I think this person is coming across as someone who's willing to use a little bit of this and a little bit of that, okay? But they're not just here to say it's one way or another. They're actually giving me like Louise Hay, you can heal your life kind of vibes. So if you are someone at the moment who's watching this and you're up in bed sick, and you are watching this, you might want to go and Google Louise Hay and your symptoms, okay? It could be like I said, head cold, and it will say what she believed was it associated with, in terms of possibly the way you speaking to your body, or the things you're ignoring in your life that have brought that on. It could be that you have a blockage in your crown chakra, and then she'll give you affirmations to move through that, okay? So Louise Hay, you can heal your life. Look, it could very well be that as a full stop, Louise Hay, and you're like, okay, how can I trust this information that I'm reading on the internet from, you know, this bless her soul past woman who, you know, all these people have put on a pedestal and think she's amazing, and now she has this huge company, and this is where most of the tarot decks that I watch come from, in terms of the publishing house, I mean. All right, so who is this person? High Priestess, yeah. Someone who is very much a healer. Someone who's using their intuition. Again, could be an energy practitioner. It could be me. You're like, how can I trust this chick on the internet with these weird cards? this might be the first time you've even watched a tarot reading, or you've watched one prior and now you're like, wait a minute, I need to dive into this a bit more, because that kind of hit the nail on the head and now I'm intrigued. And we do that. We get down a rabbit hole. Who is this person that pile number 5 can trust? Who is this person that pile number 5 can trust? Page of Emotions, Page of Cups. This person could be younger than you, and that can be another reason why you could be unsure about whether you can trust this person. And the Queen of Voices, okay? They're really like cutting through the BS, okay? They're just getting straight to the heart of the matter. They're not trying to like shuffle around, and they're not trying to smoke and mirrors anything. However, I feel you intuitively pick up that this person knows more than they're letting on. I also feel that this person is coming across as someone who may be younger or acts younger or feels naive. And you're like, well, how can you have that much wisdom at your age when I'm of a particular age here? And I'm like, no, that doesn't seem right. And you want to talk to me about my wounds? Who are you? Do you know what I mean? It's like you're a little bit challenged here by this person. Like I said at the beginning, this could very well be you, and you're like, can I trust this part of myself that all of a sudden is diving down this rabbit hole of, alchemizing my pain? You know, I've been listening to Sam too much, and she talks about alchemy all the time. And you're like, oh, and I'm starting to dig up things from my childhood and realizing how I need to help my inner self and my inner child feel safe again, and how I'm open to this path of forgiveness. But like, people these days are so cutthroat, right? So who am I to dive into this stuff when it feels unsafe to do so? You know, I feel like a little nervous about this. I feel like I'm a fish out of water here. I feel like these ideas are really quirky and out there. Am I going to be burned at the stake for thinking this stuff? But you're starting to realize, I believe, if this is you, that, wait a minute, there's a whole world out there that fully believes in this, that fully practices this kind of stuff, and who has had incredible results. It could be someone like the medical medium. I know that's pretty polarizing, or he is pretty polarizing. And it's like, how can I trust someone like that? How can I trust this rabbit hole that I'm going down and all the things that it's opening up, because it's starting to heal you? You're like, oh, it did that. Was that just a fluke? Was that just a coincidence? That's the energy that I'm getting. So let's look at why you can trust this person. Why can you trust this person? The Sun. They've got plenty of positive reviews. 10 of Pentacles, because that not only do they charge, but you start to see why, because it works so well, okay? Because they have that many stories of success, because they radiate this energy of a community. They have a community rallying around them who have also experienced the success. It's like their light rubs off on other people, and now other people get to bask in the glory as well, okay? This could be someone, again, that deals with money, because this person has that Midas touch. And if they're saying, like, you've got to forgive your past self for the things that you did where you spent money unnecessarily. Now let me heal that money situation, okay? This could be someone that takes a spiritual aspect to the financial story, okay? I'm pretty sure there's a book called Money Love, or Love Money, and it's all about your money story and how that can play out in terms of how you see money coming in and how you spend money. You know, it's blessing your money as it goes out, because you're like, I'm so grateful that I have this money to be able to spend on this, even though it's like a necessity for me to live. Like, wow, I get to spend money in order to live. And especially in this climate, like, it could be extremely important to tap into this energy. And they're helping people to rewire their money story, okay? And so really, with the 10 of Pentacles showing up here, that's about finances. It's about longevity and impact, and family wealth as well. So you could be dealing with someone who's trying to say, look, a broker perhaps, who's trying to help you invest your money in the right places. They're not telling you everything, because are they going to sit there with you for 3 years and teach you everything they know that they learnt at university or something like that? No, but they're coming forward with enough of an emotional like offer towards you, or enough of an emotional commitment. They're saying, look, I know this is going to be something where it can feel scary, and they're acknowledging that, but they're also saying, look, this is what you need to do, X, Y, and Z. No, like, no BS about it. This is what you need to do. And it can be quite challenging to hear that. And this kind of message has come up for some other piles of, like, it's a challenge to be confronted with someone who is asking you to change outside of your comfort zone. But I feel like you can trust this person. Why? Because they've got positive outlook. They've got positive hopes for how your money will be spent, or how your health will be restored. Okay, with that 10 of Pentacles and that art depiction in particular, I'm going to pull that card. It's like, look at it all coming up roses. Look at the health of that tree. These are the biggest, beautifulest roses, and beautifulest. That's so cute. And it probably smells amazing. And how can one rose bush have that many colors? Like, it's just really inspiring. And then you've got the Ace of Wands. Speaking of inspiration, it actually helps you to empower yourself and to go down new rabbit holes, to go down new avenues, to take new paths. And there's something very self-sufficient about this Ace of Wands as well, with the succulents here. It's like, now you'll be able to water your own plant, okay? Instead of having this community, yes, you can trust the community has done it, but everyone has done it. Like, they've all gotten out of their comfort zone. Together we are better, you know, that kind of energy. So that's why. Now let's look at how you can trust this person. Whoa, that's a lot, but let's do it. Let's do it. 5 of Swords. I'm drawn to the olive kind of plant in the hand there. King of Wands, 9 of Wands, 4 of Wands, and 3 of Wands. Look at all the fire energy, and you've got the Sun, which is major arcana for Leo, showing up there. So this person could be very charismatic, very like proud, with Becky with the good hair. I know that's not the way that goes, but it feels like that kind of energy. You could get a sense that, yeah, there's conflict and change afoot, because, and then there's conflict because it's conflicting with your past, or it's conflicting with perhaps your science or medical background. For some of you, yeah, there's something where it's like this and that can be true. There's a duality to that card, but also with the olive, it's like, well, how can I, have the Midas touch? A simple olive can be used in so many different ways. And how much money have people made from olive oil, from good quality olive oil? From one natural ingredient, so much can be fruited. So much can be born, so much can be healed. That kind of energy. So with the King of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands, let's go with the 9 of Wands and the King of Wands first. I feel like how you can trust this person is, yes, it's okay to have your like boundaries up. Yeah, it's okay to kind of not test this person, but persevere. This is what it's saying. Persevere with this person. Persevere with you, if it is you. Persevere with this confidence. Persevere with this, like following the path, following the call. Okay, you've got the Ace of Inspiration and then the Muse of Inspiration. So you're taking it to the nth degree. You're taking it all the way. Okay, and even though it can be challenging, and I just put that back over there. Interesting. So look, this person could be inspiring you, but they could also show you what it looks like to go all the way. Okay, which I really got from that 10 of Pentacles anyway. But I feel like there's a sense of like, look, let it be conflicting for a little while, but also let it be inspiring. Let it be both, because you've got two figures or two faces here and two faces here. It's like, let it be uncomfortable and let it be empowering at the same time, until you figure out how to make the shift, because shifts aren't usually made overnight. They're usually a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and a lot of persistence, a lot of like keeping on, okay? So it's like, well, I feel like here you're kind of giving yourself a timeline. Because the Five of Swords can talk about also communication. So it's like, and how you think about something in your own mind. So you could be giving yourself like, you could be giving yourself 5 weeks, because the swords, they do like cut quickly. It's not as fast as a wand. So you are giving yourself like what feels like a reasonable time frame for this to be tested out. I mean, it could be that you're like, okay, I'm putting myself on this cleanse, or I'm going to stick to these tinctures for this amount of time, and I'm going to see how I feel. And there is this energy in you where you're like, I think I really want this to work with the King of Wands. I really want this to work. I really want this to, there's a hope. That's what it is. There's a hope. And then you've got the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands. You really have hopes that if you commit to this, that it will have a knock-on effect on the rest of your life. This is how you can trust this, is you've got to test it out. And then you get to see how it does play out. Then you get to see how it then has this beautiful, like, you know, when you knock over a domino and it's very aesthetically pleasing. It's very, like, it looks good. It sounds good if you're into ASMR. Like, it's really, like, pleasing. And it's a game. You're kind of gamifying it so that you can move forward. So you can make plans to get past this energy of perhaps feeling like you're still wounded, okay? The Nine of Wands coming out under the child wounded card. It's like I've perhaps trusted charlatans in my past as a child. You know, you could have a parental figure who used to do this kind of work. And so maybe, and because of other circumstances, maybe you're on bad terms with that parent now. That's very specific. So for someone out there, I think they needed to hear this. And there's a sense of like, but if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it my way. Okay. I'm doing it with this person, but I'm injecting like 10% of my own like inspo into this. I'm going to make this my own. I'm going to make this my B, if you know what I mean. I'm really going to gamify this. I'm really going to give it a good shot. And after that, 5 weeks, if that resonates for you, then I'm going to see if I can overcome. Then I'm going to see if it's all been worth it. So you've still got your guard up, but I think that there's a sense of how, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Allow it to dance around you. Allow it to have the push and pull. I also feel like with the Nine of Wands that you really need to take quite a bit of self-responsibility here. You may need to keep track of your situation, like keep notes about how you feel, but also how your thoughts feel. So this could be interesting that I picked up on a head cold. This could be that you need to keep track of how your mind changes, but I'm really feeling like how do I say this? It's like the passion comes back, but it's in your mind. So this could be overcoming like depression or anxiety, something like that. And you're really like, because this Knight of Wands is really giving me like, I need to test, I need to track, I need to understand that instead of feeling like, a Queen of Swords, I now feel like a Nine of Wands in the best possible way. Like now I have so many ideas. I'm letting the ideas come back in. Not to overwhelm you, but you want to get to the point where you could have had a creative block. And you're really committing to this, okay? That's how you can trust this, is you've got to give it a shot. Okay, the 10 of Wands there, and I was just talking about the 9 of Wands. Make sure it doesn't overburden you, okay? Make sure it doesn't become too much too soon. Yeah, you're scared that you're going to just fall into like it's this way or the highway, but really you understand that if you can keep an open mind here, and give it enough time to show results, then you'll be able to trust this side and that side. There's a duality, okay? Okay, advice for you, pile number 5, is take a breather. I feel like you need to absorb the information. Focus on the positives. Yeah, focus on the positives. Like, where could this actually go? Like, if I was actually to do this, if I was actually to commit to this, like detox or whatever, plan, process, then how would it look? There is also a sense of when you focus on the positives, you will attract the positives, okay? You will start to, because you have this certain view of how it's going to turn out in the outcome. Oh, well, okay, I could take this. Instead, the burdens don't seem like too much. That's what I mean by this 9 of Wands. It's like the burdens don't seem like too much because they're ideas. I can use each idea as a positive thing. I can use each experience, like positive or negative. How do I feel today? Okay, that's interesting. With that information, then I can do this. You know, it's deciding to have a positive outlook on the entire experience. Release control. Yeah, it's like, how do I trust this person? How do I release control of my menu, of my routine, of my rituals, of the medical knowledge that I have, whatever it is, or releasing control potentially to, like I said, if this is a broker situation, it's like just trusting that this is grounded in something real, and if I stay stubborn, then I'll never change. Yeah, honestly, that's it. Release control, and the way you do that is by practice. Have a go, have a crack. See how it goes. Please let me know how this goes, and also let me know how it resonates in the comments below. Take really good care of yourselves. I hope you get better if you are watching this and you're sick, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello, pile number 6. This is your reading all about trust. We're looking at who you can trust. Who is it, this person that you're asking, can I trust them? Who is it? Why you can trust them and how you can trust them. Remember that this can be you or it could be flipped. So please only take it how it resonates. And remember, you could also be asking multiple questions about that. And so you may pick multiple piles. We have the literal mother card here and queen. So if that is not like queen mother energy, I don't know what is, okay? But again, this could be you. Are you a mum? Are you a parent? Are you an aunt? Or is this your actual mother? Is it your grandmother because it's a queen? Or is it someone who is mothering towards you, okay? We have nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. This is also Empress energy, so it could be someone who is a creator, someone who, I just heard doula, so that could be Cancer energy. So it could be someone who is birthing a project, potentially with you or around you, or wants to help you birth a project. Take it how it resonates. But for the Empress energy, she's pregnant with possibilities and she has the whole world in her womb space, okay? She's the queen of all queens, and that's very interesting, literally the next card being queen. So radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others, okay? So in a peaceful manner, she's protecting others, but she keeps her poise. She keeps her distance to a degree is what I just heard. Very interesting that there's the same kind of paisley print in both, or the floral print on both. There's a green and there's a blue, okay? So it feels like heart chakra and it feels like throat chakra. Someone you're connected to but who may have a sharp tongue, okay? When you think of the Queen, I think of the Queen of England. God rest her soul. And I'm just hearing her speak to her corgis, okay? So there is a posture to her. Okay, so who is this person? The Three of Cups. This could very well be a friend. We have the Four of Wands, matching that green kind of energy of the mother there. Very vibrant green. I do love this deck. This is the Starman Tarot. If you're wondering what these decks are, I always put them in the description box, and I've posted these ones in order of their pile. Who is this person? Who is this person? This could be your other half in terms of a partner. I'm actually going to take that one and put that at the bottom. Oh, no, I'm going to put that at the bottom of the deck. It says Spirit made that very clear. Okay, so we have the alien. This is the This is the Hermit energy, the alien. And then we have the Three of Swords. Why do I feel like this is someone you're alienated from? And I just got real quiet. I just felt like there's nothing else to say. Interesting. With the Three of Swords, it is talking about a painful situation, a painful heartbreak, heartache. With the Three of Cups, you could know this person because they could have, I have to say it, they could have a drinking problem. They could have there could be a third party involved here with the Three of Cups and the Three of Swords. So if this is a partner who you feel alienated from, and the reason I say partner is because the Four of Wands is talking about marriage, commitment, engagements, people you live with. So it could very much be a mother, a parental, or a partner, okay? Because there's a committed kind of energy here. With the Three of Cups, it doesn't feel like, it's like maybe we had some good times. We had some good times. But with the Three of Swords at the bottom, it feels like they got warped. Like they got twisted real quick. It's like too much of a good time. And that's why you're distancing yourself from this person, or they're distancing themselves from you because they're ashamed. They could be like very much hermiting, staying at home, staying away. You could be at a physical distance from this person, but I really feel like this person may be trying to heal from this situation. They're trying to go within and figure out what's happening here, or they're spiraling out of control because they're just like on their own. Okay. I need to get why you can trust this person. Very much so now. Why can you trust this person? Why can you trust this person? The Star, because they're healing. Yeah. I think they know the error of their ways. They are healing. The Star energy is very healing. Again, it's Aquarius, but it's like the water bearer. So I feel like this is like too much, an abundance of water, an abundance of fluids, an abundance of liquid. For some of you, this person was an alcoholic or is an alcoholic. I'm also really drawn to like the chains around the womb space, around the like the liver, the kidneys, the intestines. It's like a chain like pattern in that position. I think this person feels blocked on a health standpoint, and then you've got the chain kind of pattern also mirroring above their crown, and I just feel like they realize that this poison was stopping them from fulfilling their duties or their role. This person, the healing energy of the Star also means that they're realizing where they need to go next, okay? Because this is giving hope too. And this is often like looking at your North Star and your destiny and choosing a new path and deciding, okay, I know what I need to do from here, and I'm going to do it by hook or by crook, okay? Why can you trust this person? Why can pile 6 trust this person? Why can pile 6 trust this person? I just heard, but you know me. Ugh, sometimes it's not enough of an argument, bro. But you know me. I feel like that 5 of Cups wanted to sit in that blockage position, which is good because look, it's giving me the image of self-sabotage. This person might be on the periphery, right? Like on the periphery of that. Gives me recovery energy actually. Someone who is abstaining. They might be going to AA. They might be getting therapy, because when the 5 of Cups is upright, it's a sense of disappointment, and I'm just really drawn to the fact that they may have like disappointed themselves, not just you. And it being in the blockage position, they're like, I'm not sure how to overcome the disappointment that I've caused you or I've caused in this life. 3 of Pentacles, they're working on it. They're getting help. They're willing to work on this. They may even ask you to help. For some of you, it's like if this is an older family member, it might be like you and your siblings have to put in money to get this person care. That's just very specific. 5 of Pentacles, yeah, because this person's like going to be out on their butt, okay? There's a sense of cold, out in the cold. But what this is coming up in why you can trust this person. Look, them being on the periphery of possible relapse is not a really great reason of why you can trust them. But I think they're just trying to say, I'm trying my best to keep me from going back to that dark place. And it really does give me recovery vibes, because the Five of Pentacles is a like sanctuary. In the original like Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, it's depicted as two people outside of a stained glass window, which is a church, and inside the church there is, or an institution like that, there is like a fire burning and there's warmth within. So it's depicted like a sanctuary, okay? So I really get like rehab, recovery vibes from this person. This person may be currently in rehab or recovery. And the fives talk about conflict. They talk about change. They talk about instability, okay? Because no wonder that want to be in a blockage. Like they're stable enough, okay? How do you trust this person? I'm very curious about this. How do I trust this person? The High Priestess. You just have to. That's what Spirit said. Look at the green of the Four of Wands, the Mother energy, and the Five of Pentacles of a sanctuary. This is about commitment to the recovery process that you know this person is going to do. You intuitively feel they're going to come through this. They're going to rebirth this situation, okay? Because I talked about this being an Empress energy, rebirth, okay? So there is a sense of death here, like in terms of, don't freak out, death energy of tarot card, where something had to stop. It had to end. It had to, like that cycle had to complete. And I think that person has been through that. That's possibly why they alienated themselves. That's possibly why you haven't heard from them for a while. Is it because they could be in an institution trying to get help. The High Priestess saying how you can trust this person. It's an intuitive thing. Like, don't just believe me, but believe your spirit, believe your soul, believe what your heart really thinks. And that green is all heart chakra based, okay? Like I said, with the green energy here and the blue, it's like heart chakra, throat chakra. How I feel about this situation, I need to speak about it. And this is an inner knowing. It also gives the sense that like you're not going to have all the answers. So you really do have to just trust the small belief that you have. I also feel prayer or meditation might really help you to find, if you can't trust them wholeheartedly, then it's, I can trust you with this much, and I can trust you with that much, and I can trust that you love me, okay? There's that kind of feeling coming up. I can trust that you do care, and your heart is pure, and your heart does want to change in terms of talking to this person. Okay, how is pile number 6? How can they trust this person or themselves if that's represented as self? Nine of Pentacles, that is very much self energy. It's self-realizing, it's self-made, it's self-confident, it's independent, it's like sitting pretty in terms of finances and materials. It's finding success, reward, and recognition from what you've done. It means you've addressed the ghosts of your past. It means you've dedicated yourself to something. It means you're well on your way to setting yourself up for inheritance, family wealth, longevity of assets. How can pile number 6 trust this person? Ace of Wands. If this is a partner, this partner is going to come back all guns blazing, like in the best possible way. I was actually picking up so much on that 8 of Pentacles with that 9 of Pentacles, and there it is. So this person's dedicating themselves to a transformation here. Real transformation. I also feel like they're putting in the work, they're putting in the effort, they're investing in themselves so that they can come back strong and offer you a passionate new beginning here. So that they can come back and offer you, they want to prove you right. Like, if you trust them, they really want to prove you right. So it's like, give me an inch and I'll run a mile with it. You're going to give me a little bit of trust. Like I said, it could be, I'll trust you this much. They're picking up on that, I feel, with the High Priestess energy. And they're saying, all right, I'll take that. But you watch. I'm going to make you so gosh damn proud of me They're really fired up and passionate about proving themselves, proving their worth. And so how you can trust this person is you can trust their passion. You can trust their desire for change. You can also trust in a way where you focus on yourself. And that's interesting energy, but it really does talk about, look, you kind of got to just trust the process, but there's really nothing for you to do, especially if this person is getting help elsewhere. There is this sense that all they're really asking from you is a little bit of hope, a little bit of belief, a little bit of like, believe in the mystery that this is possible, believe in the magic that this is possible. Okay. And then really how you go about that is I feel like you surrender to it, because the High Priestess, she keeps secrets. There's things that are mysterious about it. And then I feel like how is you focus on self, you focus on your own work, you focus on your wealth, you focus on your passions, you focus on getting yourself right. And in a way, that energy really inspires this person to keep going. You might keep an open communication with this person from now on, because I was really picking up on like voice. So you could be on the phone to this person, just checking in each week or each day or whatever. It could be text. And there's the more you are fired up about your own life and about your own independence, holy dooly, it really rubs off on this person. And they really get a sense of wanting to be like you, but wanting to prove themselves to someone like you. Like, I've got to be worthy of pile number 6. I've got to be... Like, it inspires them to keep leveling up, to keep on their game, to keep focused. That's literally all I have to say about that. That's actually really cool. Wow. Advice is take inspired action. Yeah, it's take inspired action. Literally, that is that and the 8 of Pentacles. Take inspired action. Full moon in Virgo, on your work. And this is Pentacle energy, on your work, on the things that ground you, on the things that make you better, on the things that excite you, on the things that give you rewards, recognition, and success. You take inspired action, this person will as well, okay? Let your fears dissolve. Yeah, over time, I feel like over time, the mystery will be revealed. Over time, this will all start making more sense. At the moment, it's a trust your intuition type of thing, and Cancer energy is very intuitive. Look, and the crab comes out just to, like, you know, I'm going to stick my head out, see what's going on, and then I'm back in my shell. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. You're keeping an eye on things, you're keeping tabs on things, but you're not given too much too soon. You know, as a Cancer myself, it's really about, like, once you get to know me, there's so much more to me than a tough outer shell. Not that I see myself as tough, really. New moon in Scorpio, go deeper, okay? As this goes deeper, as this expands, as this heals, then the commitment, I feel like deeper, it's like it runs deep. The history runs deep, okay? It's that kind of feeling that I'm getting from that. Go deeper. As this all reveals itself, even the bits that sting, even the bits that are hard to do, it will reveal more. It will reveal there's more to this person. And very much the same with the Scorpio energy. Misunderstood, you know. They have a stinger. You know, they have a sharp tongue. But they actually have so much depth to them. There's an intensity to people like that. And with that kind of intensity comes transformation, comes mystery, comes hope, belief, like positive outcomes, comes so much inspiration. They can fire themselves back up at any moment. So that's really beautiful energy. Take inspired action, pile number 6. Let this play out. Let your fears dissolve around this situation. I feel open your heart space as well is coming up here with all the blues and greens, okay? And go deeper on your own journey to inspire this person's journey, okay? If this is you, then that speaks volumes. Take really good care of yourself, pile number 6. Please let me know in the comments below how this resonated. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.